might entertain it like a podcast with Julius. That's real quick though if you motherfuckers new to this.
Oh, it didn't. That shit started right up. So we're going to start right up.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Look, I'm from a city where them strawberries grow real fine. What teas up top and 501's got a line. Where my family know yours and your family know mine. Where only real ones survive, nigga. Welcome to the 5, nigga.
What the fuck, ladies and gentlemen? That's how I'm gonna start my shit all the time. Welcome back to another beautiful edition of the Realquicctho podcast. Man. What? What? Beck, you got another one. Hurry up and bring your ass up here, man. So Yaquiz over here, you know how I get down. Real quick though, man. Let me get my sponsors they love. Bomb Body Collections, I see you. SCA Cleaning Services, I see you. Wiseman Security and Staffing, I see you. CTC Radio, I see you. Lord Sanctus, Connect the Coast, was good. All Things 805, I see you. Hanging with the Carters, I see you. TG Magical Creations, I see you. Stone Darn the Minx, I see you. And last but not least, Young Boss Life Clothing, I see you. If you call yourself a boss and you are in a position to put other people in a position to make them some money, then you need to dress like it. Get you a hat, get you a hoodie. Man, go over there, YBL Clothing _. Everybody that I mentioned, you can find them on Etsy, TikTok, MySpace, Facebook, Google. We Googleable. Hit us up, man. And in the great words of my dog Big Mike from Straight Lace, No Chase, buy a shirt. And if you don't sell shirts, buy some merch. Turn this shit back up. Mind off.
What's cracking, dog?
What up?
Hey, nothing much, man.
I've been getting distracted by this dope ass song. The man I have in front of me right now he's 805's engineer, he's 805's producer, 203 Studios, partnered with Destructive Films. You already know over here, man. Hey, friend of the show. This is actually the second time that we are doing this because I lost the first episode, but it's all good.
That's right, it was meant to be.
Hold on, run it back. All right.
Look, I'm from a city where them strawberries grow real fine. White teas up top and 501's got a line. Where my family know yours and your family know mine. Where only real ones survive, nigga. Welcome to the 5, nigga.
Yo, hey, real quick though, before I finish my introduction, 7-1 folks, so I'm in the flow, so I need somebody from back home to remix this shit. Real quick, yeah, all that.
As bacon, right?
Hey, cars ride real low.
But yeah, hold on, let me stop playing because I can listen to that shit the whole episode. Shit, you produced a lot of people's favorite songs out here in the 805, and you've been every fucking where. So obviously, I'm gonna ask some of the same questions. I don't think we're gonna get as deep as last time.
Yeah, that's all right.
Because that shit was, I'm telling you, that shit. I watched it back, and that shit was gold.
Hey, that was the tallies talking. I was too deep the last episode, so I told myself I'm only going one deep.
Hey, whatever you want to do, I'm right there with you. If you like it, I love it. But hey, man, it's always a pleasure to have you back, dog.
Hey, it's always a pleasure to be here, man.
It's good to see you still working. I know you got to say, wait. Okay, so when you get out of here, you said you got a session to 10 a.m.?
No, not 10 a.m., 4 a.m.
Okay, that sounds better because I was like, damn.
That's too much. That's crazy. 10 a.m. is crazy. 4 a.m. is crazy, but 10 a.m. is...
10 a.m. is... That's crackhead shit. Yeah, I'm not going to bed.
That is ungodly.
Man, so... shit. Let's start from the beginning. How long you been doing what you do, man? And what got you into it?
Music, like, generally speaking, I guess 12 years now. I started when I was 18. That's when I first got a guitar, and I was like learning how to play guitar and shit like that. And then I want to say maybe when I was like 19, 20, that's when I went to a rave for the first time.
I've never been to one.
Dude, you need to go, bro. It's amazing. It's so fun. It's so fun, bro. I mean, like the sound quality and just like how the DJs just keep it going and remix shit. It's just like the quality of sound at raves is like unreal. It's just like can't be beat. But anyways, I went to that. Me and my friends, we came back home. We're like, let's make house music on the laptop. And so I was doing that and, still studying guitar. And I think around that time, that's when I went to college and started studying music. And then I did that for 6 years until I got my first job at Realquicctho Studios, RIP, and then started 203 Studios with Destructive.
Hey, do you think it's easier to make house music than hip hop music?
It kind of depends, you know. It depends what kind of genre of house and what kind of genre of hip hop. You know, obviously, like, you know, like the level of artistry that, like, let's say Kendrick Lamar does is probably way, way harder than probably like the highest level of house. But at the same time, I would say your average house track is probably harder to do than your average like hip hop track, maybe. You know, because I mean, with hip hop, it's like what you can just get a tight beat, and then go in and rap. But that's the beauty of it. The beauty of hip hop is that like you can take anybody. Yo, come over here, try to say something on the mic. You know, it's like the people's music. You know, it's like you don't have to study and do all this stuff. You can go on there, and if you have something to say, and you got a sense of rhythm and like some like bravado, some swag, you can make something that can do amazing. You know, house. You need to study sound design and how to use a lot of stuff. These days you can use samples and kind of get away with just using a bunch of splice samples and throwing it together. But at the end of the day, what moves people, and any art is good art, you know?
That's all right. Do you think, and this is a wild question, but do you think that if the BPM is the same, the song sounds the same?
For a house specifically or any music?
Just period.
No way. No.
Yeah, no.
Absolutely not.
No way.
I mean, we could prove that, you know, we can make a house track that's 120. We can make a hip hop track that's 120 right there, completely different.
Cause so I asked that question because when I would get introduced to new genres, like let's say like Spanish music, right? Doom 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 doom. Every song sounds the damn same, but when you listen, it's like, oh, okay, this is there. Like it might be the same BPM and the same tempo, same rhythm, but it's still a different sound. Yeah, you just got to get your ears trained.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like a lot of people will say, like anyone that's critical of a genre will always say, oh, it all sounds the same. You know, so you'll have like old people be like, oh, all hip hop sounds the same, but to a hip hop head, that's stupid. Like, of course, every hip hop song doesn't sound the same. Yeah, they just don't have the appreciation of that genre. Or people that are critical of house will be like, oh, it all sounds the same. But any house head, you listen, you know, there's like different producers with different styles and sounds. You know,
I like house music. Now, that's not the first thing that I'm putting on when I get in my car. But if it comes on, like that's just some of that shit be fire, bro, man. I like house better than techno.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, like it's just such a like a there's so much different kind. Like I will grant to people, there's some corny house music, you know. There's like some like like I don't know, like Zara, like feels like you're shopping kind of house music.
Oh yeah, that shit.
But dude, like I could put you on like Mala, G house they call it, gangsta house, and it's like they'll like sample like hip hop lyrics and like bars and then put just heavy dark bass lines to it. That shit's slaps, dog. So cool.
I do enjoy how everything, like hip hop is fucking etched in everything. That shit's like vibranium. It's in the food, it's in the clothes, it's in our cars. Like that shit's fucking everywhere. So you mentioned you went to school for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that automatically gives you a leg up as far as knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Did you go to school after you started making music, or you went to school before you started making music?
Well, so I was 18 when I got my first guitar. My mom was like, I'll buy you your friend's guitar. So my friend had a broken guitar, and he was like, Max, and he was like, you can have this guitar if you fix it. And so we had to like have someone like professionally glue the bridge back together. And my mom's like, I'll do that for you, but you got to get your first job. And so I get my first job at JCPenney's. I'm in high school. My first day was Black Friday. It was fucking madness.
Yeah, that's right. I remember
Crazy, you know, introduction to the work world. But then I got my first guitar. And so I did that for a while. And then I was like, you know, on to college. And me for college, I was paying my way. I went to Moore Park Community College with FAFSA. It was affordable. And, you know, if I'm paying, I'm going to study what the fuck I want to study. You know what I mean? So I was trying to play it safe, and I was studying political science a little bit, but I was taking hella music classes. I was taking music technology, music theory 1 and 2, all kinds of stuff, because I was like, I love college, man. I felt like, hey, I can walk into any classroom, learn whatever I want. This is cool. And so when I left community college for university, I had an AA in political science and music. And so when I went to CSUCI to get my major, I was like, or my bachelor's, I was going to do political science. And then Trump got elected. And I was like, nothing means anything. The world is fucking out of control. Madness.
It's broken.
At that time, he was a reality TV star. I was like, a fucking reality TV star is the leader of the most powerful country in the world.
Crazy. I knew it was over when the Terminator was the guy.
Yeah. And dude, and Arnold Schwarzenegger, I would take Arnold Schwarzenegger over fucking Trump any day, you know?
Facts.
But I mean, he was not great, but Trump is, and that's neither here nor there. But so I was like, nothing means nothing. Nothing, you fuck eyes. I would love to talk about that later too, man. But so I was like, nothing means anything. Politics doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna study music because I don't even know how much time I have on this planet if we got somebody like that leading the world, you know? And so I studied music, and as soon as I graduated, maybe 6 months after that, I got a job at Realquicctho Studios, and here I am today.
So I wanna fast forward, because now you have a beautiful studio.
Yes.
I've been in there. I've been over there a couple times.
Hey, you can be there tonight if you want to stop by.
Hey, I mean, we got the car back.
Yeah.
Hey, we got the car back. Yeah, we got it back.
There you go.
We came back sooner than I thought.
Nice.
With building your own studio, I do know what that's like. Not necessarily building a studio per se, but I built this. Do you remember your first piece of equipment that you ever got towards like building a studio, and how excited were you?
Like my first ever, or the first one for 203?
Let's say 203. Let's say 203.
Honestly, it wasn't a super exciting moment. It was like a super like scary moment for me. So, because I was in a position where I had a big falling out with the guy that took over Record X, and I called Destructive, and Destructive at the time we were talking about starting a studio together, but we had talked about doing it like 5 months from then. And because of this falling out, I called Destructive. I'm like, we have to do this now, or this guy's going to absorb all my clients. And he's like, let's fucking do it now.
That's what's up.
And so I had about $1,000 saved, and I had an audio interface already, monitors, and my nice laptop. And so I just like for 2 days, bro, I didn't sleep. We went to Joann's. We bought foam. We bought PVC pipe. And I was just making acoustic panels out of like foam and PVC pipe. And I just did the best I could with that budget. And it was terrifying. But to me, it was make or break for my dream. And I was not about to go down without a fight. Fuck that, dog.
Hey, I'm with you.
It was war. And so I did what I had to do, and we survived. And, you know, at the time, it was tough, dude. It was really tough because I went from a place that had been there for, you know, maybe close to a decade.
Yeah, he was established.
And to a place where I'm working with a fucking very small budget, getting this up and going. And so I think for a minute, the quality like took a pretty substantial dip.
Of course.
And that was hard, man. But luckily, you know, like the community stayed by me, and with Destructive's help, we got it boom, 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 boom. And pretty damn quickly, we got that thing to where now today, I feel like it's better than ever. You know what I mean? So, but it was scary. It was not a fucking yay. It was fucking terrifying.
Yeah. I mean, well, like you had to pull the trigger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Destructive could have been like, dang, fool, I know we had a plan till further on down, but he didn't. He was like, all right, fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah, he did. And honestly, I owe everything to him. destructive more than anybody other than maybe Destructive and my mom were there for me in my time of need. It was really like I said, it was make or break for my, I don't even want to say career, my dream. My fucking dream was on the line. That.
Yeah. How quickly did you learn that you get what you pay for?
I don't know. I don't know if I want to co-sign you get what you pay for, because there's some people out there that will fucking jip you. You know what I mean? Like we live in a society where money. I don't like to judge anything by money. I think that it's brought like our society and everyone as a people like to like such a horrible place, and like sometimes you can get really good quality with a lot of money, but there's a lot of people out there that, you know, just want to take. You know what I mean? So you could buy something that, dude, you could buy a fucking sample pack online for fucking $100, and there's better samples that you can get on Splice for $7.99 a month. You know? So I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to co-sign that one.
Okay. So I asked that question. I asked that question maybe more from like a hardware.
But
I like that thinking though.
I mean, it depends. There is some great hardware you can get. I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, you could get you could get a, let's say, a $2,000 mic compared to a $100 mic.
Yeah,
it's probably gonna be better.
World's different.
Absolutely. But there's so many variables when it comes to like getting quality, and a lot of it has to do with
there it is. Yes. Yes. Because there's been a couple of occasions where I would instruct and I would guide people, and I would literally send them everything that I'm getting. Like, oh, I want to know what you use. I like how you do it.
Right.
What are you using? Send me the list. And I don't have a problem with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But some people would trip on me because it's like, man, I did everything you told me to do.
Right.
I bought everything you tell me to buy, and my shit's still not coming out like how you do your shit. I could tell you where to get the swag. You can't buy swag.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
exactly. You know, I was talking to my dad about this exact thing because, you know, for him, like, so my father, like, he doesn't know anything here. I guess like in the way that I do about like the creation of music and this and that. But my dad still is a really good baseball player. He was a full scholarship like for pitching, you know?
Nice.
To San Diego University, not San Diego State. San Diego University. He was a fucking killer. Poof. And I was telling him about how, like, you know, like sometimes you come across people that are like, oh, what kind of mic is this? What kind of blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, it always just comes down to who you are and how you handle the sound, you know?
Right.
And so he was telling me, he was like, you know, now that he's what, like 60 something, he'll talk to people that are like, and they're like, oh yeah, I play baseball. Oh, I got this fucking nice ass mitt. I got these crazy ass cleats, and he'll be like, bet. And they'll be like, oh, let's go play after work. Let's go, you know, throw the ball around. And my dad's just got like, you know, regular ass mitt that he's taking really good care of. Is broken down, so it's smooth, but it's a regular ass mitt. And they'll play a little catch, and you'll give them a little, you know, holy shit, you know, because at the end of the day, it's the fundamentals that make greatness, not any fancy equipment, no fancy mic, you know.
Man, the guy with the $900 Jordans is getting dunked on, biatch. I'll play you for your shoes.
Exactly.
Shit. Favorite thing about helping others create their music?
My favorite thing is watching people dance when they finish. I feel that's always like, that's just the best. When they're happy and they're dancing, that's amazing, you know. And, you know, sometimes I Getting to know them, you know, like seeing people grow. I love when I see like artists grow as artists. So like an example of that is like, so I had Big E and Mo Licks, and I've recorded them for a long time, and you know they're you know great rappers, great lyricists. But recently they came to me and they're like, we want to sing. You know, we have this idea for like trying to sing.
All right.
And so seeing like a whole nother side of their personality and them trying to expand their skill set was so refreshing to me. You know what I mean? Because it's like, at the end of the day, we're all artists, and I think it's important to not stay confined. That's when it gets starts to become more like work, in my opinion. But if as artists we're always trying to expand like our skills and explore different sides of our personalities, like that's when it's cool.
Damn, my guy Biggie singing now.
Fuck yeah, dog.
He's
Fuck
on
yeah.
a whole rebrand right now.
Hey, you know, well, he's singing, he's rapping, he's doing it all, but he's not predictable. Don't ever
like
try
that.
to, you know what I mean? He is not predictable, and you know.
Big shout out to Big E. Got to get you back up here, man. There was some things that happened that don't need to be said here, but got to get you back up here, man.
Hell yeah.
People, when I had him on the first time, people they were like, "Yo, like you know who that is, right?" And it's like, yeah, that's why he's here.
Mm-hmm.
But we got to get him back up here. I'm gonna leave that where that's at.
Yeah, man, and I do want to say something about like, you know, I've been in Oxnard for 5 years now, at least like working with the community. I've lived here for 10, but I've seen a lot of different people.
Yeah.
And I know that there's tension within the community and stuff like that. But right now we face an outside force of ICE that's trying to rip that fabric apart.
Mm-hmm.
And so are we going to let them do that? You know, like I understand that north, south, east, and west has their issues with each other. But these guys out from the outside just went from a $4 billion budget to a $40 billion budget. And so this community is about to be terrorized by these people. And so we have a common enemy. And we can sit around and we can fight amongst each other, or we can band together and save the innocent people of this community, because they're going to take dads, they're going to take mothers.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you guys have been seeing the news, like they've gone over Mexican immigrants from South America, but now they're going after Haitian immigrants. And the thing is, it's not going to stop with illegal immigrants. This is a direct attack on our black community, of our Latino community. And so what are we going to do about it? Are we going to let them do that? Because I know that we got a lot of hard bodies out here ready to fucking ride for their fucking community.
Facts.
And so what I say is, my brothers from the north, ICE shows up to the north, 2 officers, you show up with 5, and you ask them where they're from. My brothers from the south, 5 ICE officers show up to your community, show up with 8, ask them where they're from. My brothers from the west, 10 ICE officers show up with 20, ask them where they're from. And my brothers from the east, they show up with 20, the whole fucking community comes out, ask them where they're from. Don't let them take our family members from us.
And y'all heard me on the last episode, and if you didn't, go watch it. I'm not really big on politics, and you know I don't really like to discuss what goes on the news here. Fuck ICE though, twice.
Fuck ICE.
You gangster, right?
That's right.
You gangster, right? You won't let anybody else run up in your set, but everybody want to get quiet when these bitch ass, crooked ass cops come, or bitch ass, crooked ass ICE officers want to pull up.
Illegally.
Where your flag at now?
Exactly.
Yeah, that shit struck
That's
a nerve
right.
with me last.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We have to stand up for each other. We have to.
Everybody want to be hard. Yeah, okay, rep your set now.
That's right.
Where are you from now? Don't tell me. Tell ICE.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not pulling up in your hood trying to take your shit. They not even trying to take your shit. They trying to take y'all.
They're trying to take your mom, your fucking aunt, your uncle, your fucking grandma, your niece, your nephew. Are you going to let them do it? Or are we going to stand up together and tell them, get the fuck out of Oxnard?
Hey, where's the track at? I'm about to start rapping. They did fuck Donald Trump. Where fuck ICE?
That's right.
That shit was done. Cause like I do my best to stay tapped in with my people back at home and the culture back at home. Shout out to Juice Unlocked, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jay Taj, Dubs the Dog, you know what I'm saying? Trap Boy Tazers. We got a crazy scene out there, you know what I'm saying? My guy C Sharp, what's up? ICE is all over Orange County, and I'm talking, they taking all the wrong, they just taking all the wrong people. I'm watching them snatch up 60 and 70-year-old elote mans.
That's what I mean.
Ice cream men.
They're fucking bitch made, dog. And so what they rely upon is us turning a blind eye and letting them bully around the most vulnerable around us. But I know that we got a lot of fucking ride or die hard bodies out here. So show the fuck up and protect your community, because fucking OPD isn't going to do it. Our fucking pussy ass Mayor Luis ain't going to do it.
I will give my city a little bit of props because there was some cops, they pulled up. Santa Ana, they pulled up to Santa Ana neighborhood. SAPD, they pulled up sideways. And just like you said, man, that whole hood came out and just surrounded them. And I think one of the cops got packed out. Thankfully, nobody got shot because you know how these cops are.
Right.
They can kill legally.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But shit, they weren't afraid. They weren't afraid that time. Mm-hmm. They were not afraid that time. And I wouldn't be surprised if there was a few pistols pointed at them cops behind the cameras. Mm-hmm. But I don't want it to go that far, but man, y'all ain't finna just come up here and take shit.
Right. And don't let it get that far. However, be prepared for the moment that they do use violence. In which case, we'll revisit that stance.
Word. Normally I'm a man that tries to keep an open mind. I'm a man that tries to see every side of the story. But there's no defending ICE.
There's not.
I don't give a shit about, I have a family too. I know I sound repetitive. I said this on the last pod, but I have a family to feed and this is how I make my money. Well, fuck it and fuck that. Find another way to do it.
These people make 1,000 ahead. 1,000 ahead. There's a sickness of people. Their souls have been consumed by the greed of money, to where you're willing to just pull families apart for $1,000. It's obscene. It's obscene, and we have to stand in the way and say no.
I ain't see them taking down no real ones. They're going after the elderly ones. They're going after the ones that are working. They're going after the ones that are that came over here to make a better life for themselves.
The American dream.
Yeah, there you go.
The American dream. And so what does that mean? What does that mean where we're headed? A complete bastardization of everything that we're supposed to stand for.
Shit, I tell you what, let me step outside and I see somebody messing with the elote, man. I'm gonna stand up. You know what I'm saying? Let me just happen to be driving somewhere and I see an ICE agent tip over little Miss Martha's cart full of oranges. Mm-hmm. Yo, what's up with that? Mm-hmm. What's up with that? Like that shit is out. Yeah. We know you got a family to feed, but so do they. Yeah. And I don't like borders. I don't like paperwork. I don't like these rules saying that, well, you can't live here. Who the fuck are you?
Yeah. There's right and there's wrong.
Have some morals.
Right.
You're a human. That's another human being. And you're just going to put a price on their head, $1,000 a head. Mm-hmm. I'm not.
It's obscene. It's obscene. But anyways,
I'm
I gotta go to the bathroom now.
Hey, we'll be back. Bam, just like that. I love this shit. This shit. My old one got fucked up. And it started sparking. So I had to go on Amazon and overnight the shit. Now it's here and I like it. I don't have to wait or nothing. But we're back. Again, in closing, fuck ice. And then also fuck ice again. And then the only ice I'm wearing is on my neck. And the only ice that I like is ice cream. So this is gonna be a shorter pod because my man's got shit to do. The last little bit, I guess we'll do some fun shit. Or no, you know what? This is what I want to touch on.
Yeah.
So with what we do, we work with damn near all the artists out here. Mm-hmm. I got caught up in the middle of rap beef. It was strictly rap beef.
Yeah, been there.
Man, how do you deal with it? Because this is my first time.
So I will say, like, I am like somewhat like, you know, I was born in not born, but grew up in Thousand Oaks. And then I came to Oxnard when I went to college. So I don't have so much of the same like difficulties as people that were like born in Oxnard. Because sometimes if you're born in a hood, people are gonna be like, well, you're from there. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, so I understand that there's
Politics.
It's more complicated
for
other people. So, but for me, I just try to like, my allegiance is to music, and when I'm at the studio and someone wants to record, I am there to record. Because I feel like if I were to be like, well, I'm not going to work with this group or that or that set, I so quickly like, will I be boxed into a particular
guilty
corner?
by association.
And this is my livelihood. Mm-hmm. It's you know, it's the love of my life, really, music. And so like, I just think I try to be Switzerland. You know, you come to me, we're gonna do some business. I'm not gonna do any funny business, but we're gonna do some business, and that's that. And what you do with your time is what you do with your time. But it doesn't mean anything. It just means that this person had a song to record, and that's what they did with their time. So that's how I feel about it and how I approach it.
I might have been invited to some studio sessions where they wanted to diss the other dude that I was cool with. Mm-hmm. I'm just not gonna do it, man. It's like, it's no knock to you, but it would be the same shit. Like if they was like, hey, I'm about to make this and that about so and so. I'm not going with you either. And just so we're clear, we just had a Swanko and King Harris rap beef.
Oh yeah.
It's not y'all.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm not. That's the most relevant one. But that's not who I'm talking about, because there has been times where I'm in the studio in Santa Ana, back at home, and some of them things came out.
Oh wow, yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna say who it was, you know, being stuck in the middle or who was pulling them things out. But let's just say everything de-escalated very, 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 very fast because they're rappers. They were rappers. I'm not knocking the rappers because some of these rappers are like that. But thankfully, that situation, they popping fireworks already.
There goes the fireworks.
We're not supposed to be doing fire. Hey, we are back, man. We had a little mishap. Somebody blew up a firework and the whole power went out. So my dog Mindoff left. He had a session to get to. But we will be continuing this episode. It was getting good. And, you know, sometimes shit happens. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. Man.
All right.
Bible.
Look, I'm from a city where them strawberries grow real fine. White tees up top and 501's got a line. Where my family know yours and your family know mine. Where only real ones survive, nigga. Welcome to the 5, nigga.
What? Oh, yeah. Hey, make sure y'all go check out that new Big Time Bake. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the 5. Video is out now. I need y'all to go check it out. And I also need y'all.
Give them what they really want. Welcome to the city with
I
them
need
Chevys
y'all to
like
go
play hopscotch with
spam
cars ride
him.
real low. But
I
the
need
food
y'all to
top
tell
notch,
him to
bike
get
lots
up
get
here,
popped,
man.
and OG's pop
Crypto
lock.
podcast,
Everybody
man.
saying Bake got
I
the
got to
damn
get
block
more
high. I'm
time.
just a west side nigga, inspired by the
I'm
east and
a
south.
fan.
So I'm bumping
Shit.
Wu-Tang, and I
I'm
put
not-
diamonds in my
I'm
mouth. Bitch, I got
not-
love for the game.
I'm
Give a
not-
fuck about the
Pull up,
clout.
nigga.
Big time for the
This
culture,
is
nigga.
off.
That's without a doubt.
So yeah, like I was, who else
Day,
dropped?
whole night.
Who else dropped,
Bad
man?
bitches.
J-Lock 600,
Hold
he
tight.
just
Yes,
dropped,
sir.
you know what I'm saying?
Shit, like,
Make sure you go tap into
just
him.
might.
Mike Bless just dropped.
Every
Make
day
sure
of the
you go
week.
tap
Behind your
into
back,
him.
all talk.
And,
Not a peep.
shit, I'm
No
a predictive
cap.
teacher.
Kind
Kind
of shit. Hold on, I think it's time to wake 'em up.
That party that Devin threw at the Beer Mark that we hosted together, everybody killed it. Everybody killed it. That whenever I tell y'all to go do
game, make lane,
some
niggas
shit
lag
like
out,
most
tap
times,
out.
you need
If I
to go
crash
do
out,
it.
that's a man down, hands down, ass round.
Yes,
I'm
there's
a fucking
always
man
gonna
now.
be a
Bitches
next
found
time.
out,
What if
broke
there's not
niggas
a
got
next
their
time?
hands out.
Live with us now. Be in the moment now. But let me go ahead and get up out of here, man. Yakwiz over here, man. We always shining. Ain't never no sunsets. And you know how I get down. You can't fall if you don't trip.